Okay, tonight's gonna be fun, alright? Tonight's video, ancient power plants, cathedrals, temples, pyramids, okay? All the knowledge and information I got on this stuff, it would take 3 hours for me to show you everything. I went to get pictures to show pictures. I got 28 pictures. It wasn't enough. I needed to get way more pictures, but that would take forever. So I'm condensing this video down to try to make it like around an hour or so, okay? So, okay, I'm gonna start from the time now and go back. That's what I'm gonna do, right? So here's the first thing I'm gonna do. I'm gonna show you first, okay? I made a model of a building with Tesla towers. I'll show you, okay? I'll get to this. But first I want to show you something. Okay, this is a Tesla coil. See that? That's a Tesla coil. This can be made. This can be made. After this Tesla coil is made, it doesn't need to be plugged into anything. You just move this a light bulb plug and it lights up. Okay, you can look on the internet. You can look on the internet for all this. Just put Tesla coil in YouTube. All kinds of stuff will come up. They've been making these since 7 years ago, and even look, it says 10 years ago, 8 years ago. They're even selling these on the internet. It's coming back. Free energy. This is the way to free energy. I have the recipe to make one of these. I'm gonna make one. You know. Now, two guys made two big ones, about 10 feet tall, and 10 feet tall, right? Off of a lake, off the side of a lake, right? And then one of them has power to the ground, and one has power to the ether, their energy that's everywhere, within and without everything. I'll show you that. So anyways, what they did, they got a boat about this big. They put it in the water and they put a remote on it, and they put the Tesla tower, the coils up, the big one. They turn them on and everything, and then they wanted to see, and it worked. The remote worked, and the boat took off, and it was swimming everywhere, with no plugs, no gasoline, nothing, just from the energy that's in the ether, within and without everything. Okay, this is real, and it's coming back, and eventually we're gonna all have free energy again, because it's coming back big, all over the place. There's even a machine somebody made, and they're selling it where you don't need to use energy from. It has to do with this kind of technology, a technology from the past, which I'm going to show you is coming back. Okay. All right. So let me get to. Let's see, where am I at? Okay. Let me get to this. Okay, here. Do this first. Okay, first I'm going to show you. Okay. There were buildings, okay, called Tartarian buildings or Gothic cathedrals or this and that, were made thousands of years ago. Okay, what is it? What's the one in? Let's see. Oh yeah, there's one in Notre Dame, the Notre Dame one in France. That's like 2,000 years old. No. They made it in 1206. They started making it, and that's what, 2,000 years ago. That's 1,000 years ago. All right, but who knows? It could have been made before that, because I'm going to show you things. Right? Well, okay. So it's still there. Then in 1982, I think it was. I don't know if that's the exact year. It got on fire and it was going to burn down. It didn't get on fire. It was the wood that they used, that they put in there later. The wood from that era's technology. They put the wood in there. That's what burned up. And you see scaffolding and stuff. You can look at a video. You see scaffolding stuff like they're fixing it, building it again. It's the same thing. Concrete will not burn. Concrete will not burn down. Okay? It won't burn. It can't. Only the wood and this and that. So like during World War I, during World War II, we've been fooled. Those wars were also done on purpose to destroy the buildings, to destroy them all, to destroy all the buildings that would make free energy. Okay, now I'll get to show you how this worked. Now, they used to have these world fairs, okay, and they would build this killer Tartarian buildings, Gothic stuff, with this light energy that would happen without any wires. It was free energy, and yet things end up looking like this. See, that's how it looked, right? Like this. This is who we were. This is what we used to do, what we used to be. Okay? That's who we were. That's who we used to be. Now look at some of these buildings, okay? Look at this one's got the power, the free energy power, which I want to show you. And you can see it working. It's working up here. Creating the energy for to light up the whole city for free. Okay? Wow. Now look at this building. It has the copper dome on the top, which Tesla uses, which I'll show you. And it's pyramid shaped. See? And look, there's another one with the to bring the energy here. There's one right there. That's how they all were. That's how they all were. Okay. Now I think this is Notre Dame. No, I think this is in France. Now see how this building is? There's the two towers, which I'm going to explain right there about the Tesla power. Now watch. This is the only thing that's Tartarian, this Gothic in the whole city. Look at all this modern stuff here. I saw a movie, a documentary about World War II. They showed Germany. All the buildings were blown up. They say it burned down. They always say that, oh, Chicago burned or New York burned. They didn't burn. They blew them up. You can't burn concrete and rocks and you know, you can't burn bricks. So anyway, and I saw that in the World War II. It showed all the buildings blown up everywhere. All the buildings blown, except for the cathedral. It wasn't touched at all. You see this cathedral? This is thousands of years old. And look, this is all modern. There was buildings that had to do with this that would get the energy to light up the whole city for free. They're gone, but only this is here. It's still there. Why did they? They kept all the main cathedrals in the center of the cities. They used schools. Look around. Every school, like old schools, old churches, old temples. I mean, they're all government. They're either government or religion. The Freemasons. The Freemasons are called the Freemasons because they took over this masonry buildings for free. That's why they're called the Freemasons. They didn't have to build them. They just took them over. Okay? Now look at this old one. Look at that. How many thousands of years is this? As old is this? Well, they'll say it's this old and it's that old. How old is it really? There it is with the towers, which I'm going to explain. Okay? Now I'm going to show you something. Okay. Tartarian U.S. cities. Norumbeka was a city in the United States thousands of years ago. It was different. It had the towers now. And this is the same system right here. This dome stuff is the same system. Look at how underground is the city. And then up here, after the mud flood stuff, we've been living here with and having technology so superior, so great for free, like for thousands of years, that it was, I think it was 18 something, I don't know, or right before 1900, they decided to make the energy where we have to pay for it. They wanted to destroy all this. It'll take them a long time to destroy it, but it's coming back because they can't. We're in the age of truth now, the age of idea, and all the idealists are coming up. There's so many of these Tesla coils being made and stuff going on. The idealists are creating. Forget all about that stuff they're trying to scare us with and all this, what they're doing. good stuff's going on. All right, we're coming back. All right, now I'm gonna get to this. Okay, all right. Okay, if you notice, if you can hear it, I can hear it. There's this kind of music going on, right, in the background. I found out about frequency. Okay. Everyone listens to the frequency that they set us up with. Before it was different. Okay. Then they changed the frequency of music to the 12-tone scale with minor and major, treble clef, bass clef. They changed it to 440. 440 is messed up. All the music we have been listening to for decades, for a century, all the music, all the sound that comes out is all 440. It's bad for us. It holds us back. It keeps us from thinking. It doesn't help us think good. We think about failure. Oh, can I make it? I can't make it. It's always, there's no confidence. Okay? And I've heard stuff on some videos where the pyramids are made to 440 and everything's 440. Not 440, 432. Okay, the frequency for nature is 432, 432, and the music that's playing behind me right now is 432. I've been listening to it, absorbing it, getting it to change my frequency from 440 to 432, and now I got it. I can hit any note that's in the harmony of that, and it's a different harmony than it is like a major chord with a triad. No, this is different. And when I open the door and the crickets are making noise outside and the frogs, their pitch is exactly with that. That's the cricket's going cricket, 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 cricket to that. Yeah, so that proves to me that that's the nature frequency, 432. So now, okay, these buildings would always be in the center of a city, a big cathedral, Gothic. They call them Gothic temples, Gothic cathedrals, whatever. Cathedral, cathar, it means like battery. It has to do with power. Okay, cathedral. They turn them into churches, turn them into this, turn them into that. Okay, well, this one. Okay, here we go. Watch. Tesla. Tesla says 369. Okay, 369 continues on. After 9 is 12, which is 3. After 12 is 15, which is 6. 5 plus 1 is 6. 2 plus 1 is 3. 15. Then 18. 8 plus 1 is 9. And it goes on and on and on and on. That's the power of the Tesla found that the universe works to. Okay? So 3 is energy. That's the ether that's everywhere, within and without everything. That's the Father Holy. That's the divine source power, the superconscious mind, which is within and without everything. That's the energy that everything lives from, besides water. That energy and water makes everything that lives from, right? Okay, so 3 is the Trinity. The Father, the Mother, the Christ, the Trinity energy. That's the energy, right? Which comes from the ether up here, from the towers. Then 6 is vibration, because 6 has to do with material. And with vibration, right? 6, material 6. Okay? Vibration. 9 is frequency. Look, 432 frequency. 4 plus 3 plus 2 equals 9. Frequency, the perfect frequency, right? 432. Okay, so the vibration comes from here, from the door, from these doors, this shape. This shape of this is for audio, for vibration happens here. Over here is a frequency, right there, okay? Now you got the 369, here we go, 369, all right? Now these buildings had, because I studied this a lot, man, they had these water reservoirs down here, underneath. These turn into batteries, so there's energy stored in the battery, yeah, as well, underneath the ground, underneath, right? Okay. I'll show you this. Now, also, back in the days, things were bigger. And we were bigger. There was giants. We were giant. There was a lot of us who were giants. Now, we weren't Nephilim giants because the souls that ended up coming into those giants were children of light souls eventually, right? The material souls, they die out. They die out. That's why they can't get more and more and more. They don't reincarnate like we do, okay? So anyways, giants, you'll notice these buildings, they're all over the place. They're everywhere. You won't find any in Las Vegas, Nevada, because that was a desert town that started in the 50s. I'm talking about thousands of years ago. The civilizations were here before, way before. It wasn't cowboys and Indians. There was times when that was going on, but there was big technology going on, and they try to keep us from knowing about it, right? Well, we were taller, giants, big doors. Notice these buildings, how they got these big doors. They got a little door, then they got a big window up above the door, then they got this big dome thing. That whole thing was the door in the past. And the doorknobs were up here. They moved them down here. See? Okay. Now, anyway, let me show you this. Okay, I picked this one because this blew me away. Because usually the frequency part has got 12. It's usually with 12, right? 12. Look around, look at them when you see these buildings, when you see this stuff. And they've taken these off. They've taken these off. They've changed this. They take the antiquity off and plaster over and make it look, like they just, but what it really is underneath, what they're covering all the truth, right? Now, this one's the 8-spoke wheel, like Gnostic, like the 5th age, the 13th zodiac. The 8-spoke wheel is on this one. And there's a Gnostic cross right there. Maybe you could see it. Right there is a Gnostic cross. And then the crucifixes on the top, which were replaced by the copper, they look like that. Anyways, these are probably copper. These crucifixes got the Gnostic cross in it. So, 8-spoke wheel, Gnostic cross, come on. Look at, you can see a W here. This is like Gnostic. It just blew me away. I'd never seen one like this before. So anyways, so these are the three. The vibration, the frequency, and the ether. Okay. So, alright. So, what happens is, this is like a Tesla tower. Okay. They probably have copper in here going on. They probably got it going the same as Tesla, right? Then the ether just comes in. And it just, when you check out that video of the guys that made that little Tesla coil, and they put the light, you can make one too. It's cheap, man. Just copper wire, a little tube, little things to buy. And you just put it together. And we can make 2 big Tesla coils in the backyard. And those 2 coils will cover like a whole block, and everybody will have free energy. We won't need we don't need to pay those big electric bills anymore. Okay, so all this together, the energy, the vibration, and the frequency 369 is Tesla, and we use the frequency 432 frequency, which is in the pyramids and everything. I'm going to get to that. Alright? So, I think I showed this already. Look pretty good. Okay. So now, since I got that done, let's see. Alright. I might as well move on. Okay. Now, this is pyramids and technology from the Aztec civilization. Okay? The Aztecs. And there's a big pyramid. It's our power plants. These are power plants. These pyramids were power plants generating power. And crystals were used. Sandstone and limestone, which got quartz crystal in it. Okay? Now, okay, so here's an old power plant, right? Now here's another one. Now here's the Egyptians, here's the pyramids showing the light going up from it, you know. Well, I have argued or come to bring to knowledge, awareness of that the moon is a giant crystal. It shines like a glass ball when the sun's hitting it. Go look at it right now outside. It's brighter than heck. And it was full for 4 days. They say that the full moon was with the 17th. I say it's on the 18th. Okay? Because it's a leap year. So you got to move it over one day. And every time you see a full moon, every time you see the full moon and it's full, and if you have one of these now calendars, and if you're in the month of July, and the moon's in the Gregorian calendar, if you're in the month of July in the Gregorian calendar, then you're 12 days this way, going this way, okay? You're really here. So whenever the moon is full on the Gregorian calendar, when they say it's full, skip over one more day and say that's the full moon, because that it is. It'll be this day right here, Friday the 13th, on every month, all 13 months. And this, you know, this calendar's got 13 months. Ophiuchus is the last month after December. Anyway, so, yeah. So now, okay, let me get to what I'm getting to. Okay, now, I'm saying this was advanced technology. There was crystals on top of the pyramids. Crystals on top of the pyramids, which generated energy from the moon, which is not a crystal, okay? Now these crystals, these pyramids were everywhere, all over the earth. Everywhere. And there's way old ones. They're mountains, but they're really pyramids. They ended up being mountains covered with dirt and grass and trees and all, but they were pyramids everywhere. Everywhere, right? And so, look at, when you look down into a pyramid, you look down into it, looking down, it looks like that. And it's the eternal four, which is this, the 432 frequency. I mean, which is with the eternal four goes with the 8-spoke wheel. It goes with the 8-spoke wheel, which represents the 5th age, the 13th zodiac. This age, which started 2012, December 21st, because that's why the British flag has the 8-spoke wheel in it, because it has to do with the alphabet. Check out my other videos and you'll understand what I'm saying. I'll jump all over the place with this knowledge. I'll try to stick on just this because everything will come. I have a whole bunch of videos you can check out on my channel. All kinds of knowledge, all right? So, so we were far more intelligent before our brain got split by God. In chapter 11 of Genesis, we were united, speaking one language throughout the earth. Nimrod was the king. We were incredible. Our minds were united. We had united minds. So we could do such incredible things together. Nobody was killing each other. Check the Bible from Seth to the Tower of Babel. There's no killing of us killing. Now God's sons and them, they're doing all kinds of messed up. But not us. Only after our brain got split and we were divided is when we went killing each other, creating languages, divide and division. And we've been doing that ever since then till up to this time. Okay? So, now, I'm saying how we were far more intelligent. Atlantis was with pyramids everywhere. It was in the Atlantic Ocean, was the main city, the floating city. Atlantis had a giant pyramid there. Well, we were trying to get out and go through the black hole and go home. So that's why God came to split the brain. Well, okay, we were so advanced and smart. I mean, intelligent. Our IQ was off the charts. And if someone argues and says, no, that's not that proof, well, I got some proof, right? Okay. With this kind of power that we were using, we were flying all over the earth in ships underwater, flying through the sky. We were doing all kinds of things with who knows what kind of ships and stuff we were doing for free. Everybody was doing this for free. There was no bills and none of that rule stuff. And this is on a wall in Egypt. Karnak. And if you see right here, that's a helicopter. That's a submarine. That's some kind of flying ship. That's a plane that flies. There's some other kind of little ship here. And then there's 3 guys that's standing in line to look up a telescope. To look up through this telescope. What is that? What kind of energy? What does this have to do with energy? And there's all kinds of different strange looking things on the Egyptians with their hats. They had longer skulls. They had real strange energy things, right? And so see, there's proof right here. There's proof right here. It's on the wall. You can go to Karnak right now and you can go see this on the wall. And then there's some more. See that? These are giant light bulbs. And this is a giant. That's a giant. There's a little dude here, little dude here, little dude. You see that? Now, there's places inside all the places in the pyramids, when they go in there and see this stuff and the paintings on the wall and all the stuff everywhere, there's no evidence whatsoever of soot or of anything that was burning in there, or candles or anything to see in there. There's no evidence at all of anything. They didn't need it. They had they had lights. They had electricity. They had the power plant pyramid. They had it. Okay? There's that. Now, okay, so there's that right there. All right. Now we're going to go further back, because we were far more intelligent. There was superior extreme intelligence in the past. We're not smarter now. Look at people with their cell phone. They think they're smarter now. I saw something that said, kids are smarter today. They can go, they know this and they can do this. And they're dumber. Remember that movie Back to the Future? Remember part 2? When they went to the future? And they were in the future? And it was just in... notice how stupid everybody was. They were stupider. That was kind of like a thing to let you know what's going to go on now, because there's a lot of stupid people. There's a lot of stupidity, you know, getting in groups. Groups are not cool. I'm with everyone. I'm not in any group. I'm not a Republicrat. I'm not in any religious group. I'm not in no groups. I'm with everyone. Okay? I'm individual, independent, with everyone, not out. I'm intelligent, not out. Wonder why they call that place Intel. Intel, intelligent. The agent within me, who is Christ, tells me from within, I am intelligent. All right. So, what was I going to show you? Yeah. Here we go. Let's see. Okay. Now going back even further, going way back. This is a picture called Shiprock. It's in New Mexico by Farmington. Okay? Here's another one. Another picture. And see this wall right here? That was a wall. They try to say it was natural and all this, the formation was natural. Get out of here. This whole landscape, what I'm going to show you of the Navajo Nation, the New Mexico, it's all plains and plateaus and mesas. It's flat. No mountain area. There's some hills, but not like big mountains. I'm going to show you. You'll see what I'm talking about. Okay, so see this? See those two looking towers? They look like each other right there? Like those 10 towers there? And see how this looks? Like a big giant cathedral and a giant wall. These walls, you can see. This is the dirt that fell from the walls. And there's a wall here. There's like 3 walls. I'll show you. Here's another shot of it from this angle, where you can clearly see that's a wall. It didn't come up from the ground from natural nature, this and that. We built this. Our ancestors, who were us, because we reincarnated, we did this. It wasn't ancient aliens or the gods. They were pissed off because we were smarter than them. They had to split our brain. Okay? Now their descendants is who rules us today. And they're getting smaller and smaller and smaller and diminishing. They're going to be gone. We're going to be free again. Okay? Now this is, now I'm getting into some real crazy stuff here. This is Navajo country. You see this? They put it all together. This is spread out. But what the heck are these? Look how these things, this looks. Nature made that? Nature made these? It looks like ancient old buildings, towers, right? And not just in Navajo country, all over the earth, there's places like this, stuff like this that you look at and you go, and they say, oh, it formed from nature. No, that looks like an ancient building or an ancient cathedral, ancient temple or something. What the heck, you know? All right, now, is this one? See how it looks like out of place? Like, what are these? How did that get there? What the, you know what I mean? It looks like carving, like it's ancient. Yeah, you can see I'm crazy because I am. Now watch this one. We got Navajo villagers living right here. Behind them, on this cliff, you see that? All right. Now, okay, now what? And things were bigger in the past, way bigger, and they just don't want us to know. Okay, see this one? What's that right there? That is an old tree stump from a giant tree that was way tall, extremely tall, right? Okay. Is it a tree trunk? Well, look at this picture. That's a real tree trunk. This is a giant, old giant one. Huge. It's natural. The mountain came from the ground and it was... That's a giant tree trunk. All right? Okay. So. Wow. I got through it pretty quick. All of this quick. Okay, let's see. There's some more. Okay. In Cambodia, there's a temple called Angkor Wat. Check it out. Just look it up. If I would have got more pictures. I don't have too many pictures. But this place called Angkor Wat, right? It's a temple. It's incredible. And all these, like these kind of buildings, and the pyramids and the Aztec building structures and pyramids, everything, all of that. There's nobody today who can make those. They don't know how to do it. They can't do it. Okay? They can't do it. So you look at that in Cambodia, Angkor Wat, the temple, and you see the towers. You see the towers. There's always towers and points on everything. Okay? Then they say that the oldest one is Göbekli Tepe. They had primitive tools to make this and that. And then it says it has mammal-like animals on the structures they made, right? Bird-like and they were extinct animals. Animals that are extinct now. That's why he says mammal-like animals, bird-like creatures. They were extinct animals. There's things about dinosaurs that some of the dinosaurs are not even gone, or they've been gone not too long ago. They got us with time and all this all mixed together, all mixed the wrong way. Eventually, sometime, if we find those Akashic records that are supposed to be underneath the paw of the Sphinx, they probably took them. Edgar Casey predicted about that. They probably took them out. We could know things, but they don't want us to know. But we're figuring it out anyways, all right? We're figuring it out no matter what. And so, okay. All right. It looks like I got through everything really fast. Okay, all right. Egypt, Karnak. Look at that. Look at Karnak, all right? it was 250 acres of they got of the incredible stuff they made and built. Okay, and then after Egypt, well, this is what they say. They say the Anunnaki. They say all these different civilizations. Then they come up to Egypt. Then it comes to Greece. 7th century BC, Greece. The Parthenon was built or something, or they started building on it. They're using the same technology, okay? And the Parthenon has got a dome. Oh wait, no, I'm talking about Greece. Okay, the Parthenon, it was made to worship the goddess Athena. And they're called Athenians, and it's called Athens. Well, if there was no gods, then why did they build a city and make a place for a goddess? There were gods. They're gone. They're gone. There's no more gods. But there was gods in the past. And these people call them ancient aliens. The ancient aliens. Because they want us to think that these aliens out there and flying saucers out there, they're so smart. They're the ones that did it. No, we're the ones who did it. Okay? And these gods, the ancient aliens were the gods. The gods weren't the ancient aliens. The ancient aliens were the gods, the archons. Okay? They're gone. Alright? Now, they were taken out when Christ came 2,000 years ago. Okay, anyways. Now, that's Gnostic stuff. You gotta read my books or check out my other videos to figure out what I'm talking about right there. Okay, so anyways, then after that, the Romans started doing their thing. And it said that 2,000 years ago, they made the Parthenon. The Parthenon, it has a dome on top of it, which still to this day is exactly the way it was before. It's perfect. Nobody today can make a dome like that out of concrete. Okay? Now watch this. They say that the Romans invented concrete. Concrete has been invented since thousands of years ago, way before the Rome, way back. Right? You can watch this series called Ancient Engineering. Now they're not going to tell you what I'm telling you, but you get to see what I'm talking about. Okay? Alright. Now, okay, I'm going to show you. You know how they say, no, they built these they put these giant stones, they cut them from over here, they cut them, and they put them right next to each other, exactly perfect. You can't even put a piece of paper between them. How did they do that? Okay, you know you get a brick, and then you put mortar, cement, to glue it together to the next brick, the next brick. Well, here's how they did it. Okay? They just made the mold for the first bricks. Or they concrete the whole base. Then on top they start making the mold for a brick, right? They made the mold for the brick right on it. And then poured the concrete in that it turned into sandstone. They knew how to do that. We don't know how to do that. We got cheap cement that you buy at Home Depot or Lowe's. Anyway, oh, you could go to Ace. Anyways, so they make the brick right there. Then it hardens. Then they just put the front face here, this here, and the third here. Then they pour the next brick in. It pours right next to the other brick. Duh! Common sense, awareness, going within to know the truth. That's how they did it. Okay, that's why you can't put a paper through. So it's all stuck together. They made cement bricks that turned into sandstone or limestone, and they knew how to do this. So you think that they cut it somewhere. They cut bricks places and put them here and did that. They moved them. But on the big giant ones, they didn't move. They just poured them in. Anyways, okay. Well, I guess I got everything. Let's see if I can think of anything else. Yeah, okay, so just look up for, where is it? There we go. Okay. Excuse me. It's trying to hide from me. Yeah. You know how the world messes with me, right? Okay, so look for this. Look up Tesla coil on YouTube, right? Look up Tartarian buildings. Look up Gothic temples. Look up pyramids. Look up Nephilim giants. That's all you gotta do. And you know what? a whole lot of you have already done this. We're all knowing all this stuff already anyway, right? We're knowing it. I'm just explaining more, pushing more, showing more, because I figured out about the frequency. That frequency that's playing over there, 432, has changed me since I've been listening to it for about 2 weeks. I found out about it. I figured it out, checked it out, and started doing this. I started getting into it, and that's how I come up with this. And I figured it out, what's going on. If I didn't figure it out exactly, it's close enough. And there's a whole lot of other people already making these towers. We're coming out of this slavery, man. The idealists are coming out with inventions and knowledge and this and that. And every time one of us would have come up with something, they'd kill us. There's too many of us now. We're all just coming out. The truth is coming out of everything. Everything's being we could see everything. What is the Gnostic scripture? There's a scripture that says, know what is before your face, for what has been concealed from you will be revealed to you. There's nothing concealed that will not be revealed in the age of knowledge. Yeah. All right. So, coolness. I guess this was kind of a short video. I thought it was going to be longer. I got through everything really fast. Pretty cool. All right. About this video, I don't think there's much more that I really can show you. Oh, okay. Well, remember the 9 here, 6, 9? The universe, 6, 9. 3 plus 3 is 6. 3 times 3 is 9. The 8-spoke wheel. 9 is a perfect power. 6 is a negative. The universe. And the frequency is 9. 432. So, we could change the frequency from, oh yeah, here's what I forgot, this is very important. The 440 bad frequency that we all we're forced to listen to, it gets enhanced and made worse by the 5G. The 5G enhanced makes it more worse. So everybody's more confused and everybody's more without confidence. Everybody's more, suicide and all this stuff going on and all this stuff. We could get everything changed back to 432 frequency. Imagine how we can be. Imagine all the people. Imagine how we can be. All right. All right, that's cool. That's good. I got it. We got enough. All right, so then, peace, and make the 2 in 1.